Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the plethora of goods in front of me, I've had a very successful thrifting and flea marketing day today, and I'm so excited to take you guys along with me and show you all the treasures I found. But first, let's go on the hunt before we do the haul. Let's get into it. Okay, we're starting off at the Mission thrift store today. I'm excited for the thrill of the hunt, so hopefully it's a strong start. If you're into the cottagecore or Nancy Meyers aesthetic, every single thrift store I visited today had its own wicker basket section. I always find these beautiful one-off dinner plates, but my true dream is to find a vintage botanical whole dinnerware set to stock my new old hutch with. And how sweet is this floral teacup? I could certainly start a collection of these. This dinnerware set caught my eye, but it's just not the one. When I'm looking at lamps, I also just pay attention to how great or god-awful the bases are. Ratty shades can always be replaced. Why they're selling bags of used corks, I don't exactly know. Maybe if you're arts and crafty, you'd find a use for these. I haven't had a lot of spare time to read lately, but I always hit up the thrift library. I found this amazing camel colored thin knit turtleneck in great shape from Banana Republic, but it was a double XS, so I had to sadly put it back on the rack. These makeup inspired Karl Lagerfeld button downs were so cute too. This sage knit set from La Vie en Rose was adorable, but sadly too big for me. Now, I know I'm mostly a neutrals girl, but when I find a statement piece like this, wow. It's so Barbiecore, I can't even. It's vintage denier leather in white, hot pink, and orange racer stripes. This was for sure an add to cart moment. It fit me like a glove. Next up, the Salvation Army thrift store. More one-off beautiful floral dinnerware. Shell dishes are very popular too. You'll find a lot of these. The shades would need to be modernized, but otherwise, these lamps with gold cherubs are a win. This retro pinkish rose gold bike was sick, but for $100, it was out of my budget. I found these platform wedges from the 70s and had to try them on. Super cute and quirky, but also very painful. This is an example of what I mean by having the patience to thrift. I bought this book in hardcover when it was just released at Indigo. Now it's just pennies at the thrift store in softcover. Next up on our Ottawa thrifting tour is the controversial Value Village. I'm always seeking great wooden vintage frames to display art or photos. This one was kind of cute with the gold inlay and the price was right, but I don't love orangey wood tones. This is a cute creamer and sugar set, but for $5.99 each, hard pass. These brass and gold candle holders are going in my cart as maybes. See, this is something I really love. It's a wash basin and water jug. The colors are up my alley. The price is reasonable, but I just don't have the space for it in my apartment. I was so sad to leave it. These quilted mini glass vases are also adorable. Now this is the kind of pottery I like. A neutral brown with a hint of hot lime green, 2 handles, very cool. More wicker for you woven basket lovers. See, these glass and or crystal decanters are so cute, but I don't drink alcohol nor do I own a bar cart, so I just appreciate the beauty and walk away. I'm looking for a new catch-all tray in which to keep my keys, wallet, and sunglasses by my front door, and this open glass basket could be a contender. See, I love this vintage dinnerware scenic landscape pattern, but there are only 4 place settings and I need 8 to 12. If I were able to move furniture and had a truck and knew people in the trades, I'd have this couch sanded, restained, and recovered into a modern beauty. Same with these chairs. Look at the beauty of the intricate design on the back. An easy seat upholstery, and you've got dining magic. I might look deeper into this process actually because it really piques my interest. Love a good floral sofa from the 80s or 90s, so nostalgic in a good way. This poor buried chair is everything. I would not reupholster it. I'd let her live her best life in her natural state. I always check the leathers and furs section at Value Village, but also I absolutely love this look for fall. But after getting the Barbiecore one, I couldn't justify a second leather jacket. Next stop, St. Vincent across the street. This would be a great dining room hutch. Rattan bedside tables? Yes, please. I love this wooden cane magazine rack, but it's a little too damaged on one side to make it work. I love seeing rocking chairs like this one. On to the thrift store, number 5 on our stop. I found this amazing retro mint green Adidas jacket. I love it, but given that I just got a statement Barbie core jacket, I'm gonna leave it. I'm not that much of a retro girl. All right, we've made it downtown to Lansdowne to 613 Flea, so let's check out the vendors. I'm a sucker for vintage leather jackets, so best believe I checked out every single one on the rack. This is Charlene's booth, who in my humble opinion has by far the best stuff. Look at this adorable dinnerware set. Cute shell napkin holders, but I'm not yet in my hostess era. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is talk to you guys about the levels of thrifting and consigning and vintage shopping and antique shopping, because the prices go up as you go through the tiers, and there's a reason why. So first of all, when you had places like the Mission and the Salvation Army thrift store that I went to first, those are charities that don't charge harmonized sales tax because the goods have already been bought originally and paid tax when they were new, and all that money goes to charity and then just the overhead of running the charity shop. So those places are meant to, now I say meant to because prices are rising with inflation, but are meant to be catered to people in need. But when you go to places like Value Village, to me, I have such a hard time shopping at Value Village because it's also meant to help people in need, but it's a business. So they do charge tax and they hike up their prices to astronomical costs. I've seen Dollarama items in there. So $1 items marked up to like $4.99, $5.99. They just have no mercy. They will sell used bottles of wine and alcohol as candle holders or vases. It's just stuff they get for free and it's a gouge. So I often go there because they have the best stuff, but I have a hard time morally shopping that way when I know they mark things up, because there are people called pickers who go get the stuff at a cheap deal and then they mark it up and sell it for consignment or at a flea market. And that's what happened today also at 613 Flea, which I'll get into later. But first I thought I would start off by taking you guys through kind of my favorite pieces and then we'll go store by store. So the first thing I thrifted was this hutch behind me, and I will cut away to beautiful close-up shots. But it has a door here, and I've put in my glassware to start because I don't yet have a dinnerware set, but working on it. And it's definitely vintage. It's definitely got, you know, the marks of patina and things like that that I love as someone who's like vintage, dark botanicals, Victorian kind of vibes. And so it's nice and tall, but it's also thin because I want to elongate the space. My ceilings are only 8 feet high, so I want to take the eye up as high as possible. So I love this hutch. It was needed. It was a needed piece in my dining room because I just don't have enough storage in my 1-bedroom apartment. But I found it at a place called the Restore, which is another place that gets donations. And then it's a lot of construction goods or furniture, knick-knacky stuff too. And it's on the Stittsville side of town, the one that I went to. So they were having a sale and I got this piece for $160. Yeah, I'm looking forward to styling up the hutch, and I'm going to do that in my next video. So I have all the stuff now that I've been looking for, and I want to style my credenza, my dining room table, and my hutch with you guys. So that probably will be the next video. I hope so, and I hope you're interested in that. So the next item I'll point out, just because it's right here and I'll forget if I don't because my focus will turn to the table, is this vase here. It's a nice big vase, and it was only $12 at the Mission, and I am very happy with it. I would prefer more of a matte finish, but because it has this patina here of white and cream and the lines and looks like cracks and things like that, it makes it look more aged, which I like. And I love the dark burnt orange color that's right in my color palette, so I couldn't pass it up. But I want to move on to this picture back here because this leads me into the favorite piece that I bought today, which might seem strange, but I was reminded humbly to keep the faith when you're on the hunt, because you're not going to find everything you're looking for. If you have a list of needs or a list of things you're looking for, you're not going to find them every time at the thrift store. You have to keep going, keep hunting. But I was in a rush and I couldn't wait. And I was too excited to try and style up the hutch and get some textures and some pieces up there. So this piece is just from HomeSense. It's a print, it's not even a painting, there's no patina, there's no texture, there's nothing to it. I got it from HomeSense. It's a Cezanne reproduction. It had the colors in it with the oranges or peaches or whatever they are that go with the jar here. So, and it had the gold frame that I love, goldy bronze, and it was big enough that I could build stuff on top of it and still see the picture behind it. So it did add that layering look. But then, as luck would have it, at St. Vincent's, I found this. It's probably the most expensive piece I thrifted. And I say that because at 613 Flea, it's more expensive. So I thrifted this beautiful oil, real oil, by a woman named Marg Berry, who painted this in 1968. And it's such a great landscape in lighter colors. It's not your traditional Canadian fall reds, oranges, golds. It's a nice light color and all the texture is there. I even like the light frame with the white around it. This would have been a great piece. It even has the hanger on the back. If I had found it at the time or was more patient and waited, and this could have gone up there. However, now that I have both, and I like both, on this wall here I have a vintage mirror, and I'm thinking, who in the dining room really wants to watch themselves eat? You don't need a mirror in there. So I think I might put this painting up on that wall, and you guys can let me know what you think of that in the next video when I do that. So I think I'm going to start with Value Village because that's where I got the most items. So this pot, I love intricate planter pots. It's so textured. It's got different colors of browns and creams and whites, and it's nice and big, so I can fit any kind of plant in there. Unfortunately, I'm not a green thumb, so I kill everything, but I get cute very realistic looking fake plants from IKEA, and then I don't have to worry about it. Or I get branches, like these are olive branches off of Amazon for 35 bucks, and they last forever. So I can put them in and don't need to worry about watering them. So I do have a plant that I'm thinking of putting in here when we style this up. So this was, I think, $7.99. The next thing I found is I wanted a catch-all bowl by the door, because I come home from work, I need to throw my keys, my glasses, my sunglasses, and my little wallet with key fobs in it into here, and it all needs to fit. The one I have now is a shell, and it's really attractive and cute, but I wanted kind of more of a crystal glass bowl with feet, which is what I got here. It's again in the orangey, bronzy kind of hue, and I think it's much bigger. It might be even twice the size, and for $7.99, I am just loving the look. I love the patterns on the side. They're flowers, they're geometrics, and so this is definitely going to be a catch-all that I will use daily and replace my shell, either use it somewhere else or sell it on Facebook Marketplace. Something else I'm always on the hunt for are unique candlesticks. I love burning candles in low light, romantic lighting, mood lighting in the evening when I'm trying to wind down. And I found 2 sets of candlesticks at Value Village that I could not decide between, so I just got both because they were decent prices. So I got, the first pair is this brass and gold set that have a lip that kind of turns up. And I think the pedestal is really cute. I think they're really impactful and would look good kind of maybe in the center of my dining room table if I get that styled up. They were $4.99 each. And yeah, they will fit tall taper candles, and I absolutely love them. I think they're great. I couldn't leave them behind. The ones I struggled more with getting, even though I like them more than the brass and gold ones, are these marble ones. They're so beautiful. They're heavy, they're good marble. They have the veins and the texturing of cream and some green and some orange that I love and goes with my palette. But they were $6.99 each. This is what I mean at Value Village. Like, it should be $6.99 for the pair, maybe even $5.99. Like you can get new candlesticks at H&M Home or HomeSense for this much money. Like, if they're used and they've got wax inside, which they do, I mean, someone else has pre-loved them, so you have to take that into account and mark it down. But they know they're fabulous, they mark them up, and it's a gouge. Don't love it. Next at Value Village, I am always on the hunt for old wooden frames that have some kind of nicks and patina, even if they have an old print or an old picture inside that I like. And I found these 2 dog ones. I think they're hunting dogs, and they are so cute for like any type of display. This one is, actually don't know dogs at all. I'm a cat person. But it's just, they're so old-fashioned and I love them. They will fit nicely into any kind of layered picture, gallery, wall, or up on any type of surface. And I'm in love with them, and they were basically $7 each, which is fair. I think is fair. I also got this little shell dish at Value Village for $3.99. And I'm going to use it in my bathroom to put all my rings and necklaces in, all my jewelry that I wear on a daily basis, so that I can keep it all together. It doesn't get tangled and lost. I think it's really nice. I mean, seashell bathroom theme. We'll see how it goes, but we'll see how it looks when we style up the bathroom as well. The final 2 items I got at Value Village were items that you can wear. So the first is an accessory. So for $7.49, I got this crossbody wooden beaded bag with a zipper and a pouch closure that is such a good size. It fits everything that I need. Kleenex, wallets, sunglasses, any cash, any lip gloss. Like, it just fits right into this pouch, and it's all secure. Checked it, it's very clean inside, but the wood on these beads is so beautiful. and I just, for $7.49, I mean, look at this. I've already used it today to do the rest of my flea marketing because it's just a great bag for summer, but the wood tones can take it into fall, and I'm obsessed. Love it. It's so unique. No one else will have it. And I've already been told at the nail salon that it's, you know, a really great bag, and the girls admired it, and I told them, you know, I thrifted it, and they were very surprised. Finally, I have a cottage trip coming up at the end of July, and something I never buy new is denim shorts, because the thrift stores runneth over with denim shorts. And look at these rainbow shorts. I found these rainbow tie-dye shorts, you know, for like $5.99, $4.99, I don't even remember, but they fit perfectly. I, you know, pulled them on. I'm just going to be throwing them on over bathing suits with like cover-ups, and I don't care what I look like at the cottage, but it doesn't hurt to have a cute pair of shorts to go over your bathing suits. So this was a win. So next I'm going to move on to items I got at the Mission. I already mentioned the $12 vase up here, oversized, but we also have these type of wooden bowls or ceramic bowls that have different textures and patinas on them. I have a little jug here that just looks like, you know, this glaze has melted over the ceramic. So attractive with the little handle. And then this bigger one, which is glossy on the bottom and matte on the top. And it's just really, really special. I love it. And these were all under $10, and they just look great styled up on shelving. So I will definitely be using those. I also found this amazing wooden frame with a cream linen mat. Now the bunny picture, it's not gonna stay. It's cute if you're 7, but I'm gonna take it out and put a vintage postcard or some of my art in it instead. And this was $4.99. So always check for like old frames. Even if you don't like the picture, you can take it out and put whatever you want inside. Also at St. Vincent, where I got this beautiful landscaped picture, I'm big on home decor right now. I'm not really into looking for clothes. I have enough sundresses, but then it occurred to me, I've lost a lot of weight since last winter. I'm not so confident about how my sweaters are gonna fit this winter, and I can't afford, you know, Aritzia and Lululemon anymore. So I kept my eyes peeled, and they did have a small fall section, and I scored 2 amazing sweaters that, if you pay attention to the make of them and the brand, you can really get some great stuff. So I got this cable knit sweater. It's originally from Talbot's, which, if you know, is like a high-end women's store at Bayshore. And I love a good cable knit over some trousers for work, or with a buffalo plaid vest over it for play. But it's in perfect condition, and it was $14. So even on clearance at Talbot's, you wouldn't get a beautiful, perfect shaped cable knit sweater like this. So I'm so thrilled for fall for that. I also found an amazing cardigan from LL Bean, which is also very expensive, and it's oversized, which I love, which has pockets in the front, and it just stays open. This will be my office sweater through the winter. Like, I can wear a dress, I can wear a blouse, and just throw this over. It covers the butt, and it just keeps you warm in a cold office. Even now I can wear it because they hype up the air conditioning, and it's not cute. It's very not fun. So yeah, it's a heathered black and white, which comes out kind of gray, and cozy. Love it. Just always wash your new clothes when you get them from the thrift, because they don't do that. So you could be getting a dirty sweater, and that's not cute. I'll take you back to the Mission for this final piece that I just can't believe I got, but it's a collector's item, and I collect vintage leather jackets, and I love them in all shapes and sizes, especially from the 80s. Motorcycle jackets like the Hells Angels would wear, love them. And I found this such a unique piece. It's vintage denier. So in Canada, if you know leather, you know denier. It's so Barbie-core, I can't even. Like, I can see Margot Robbie wearing this in the movie. So it's like a racing jacket, so it fits nice and tight. It's an extra small, fits me like a glove. It's got, normally I wear just kind of neutrals or like muted blues, things like that, but it's hot pink, hot orange, and white. I will be rocking this in the fall. Like, I don't even care that it's out of my comfort zone. It has the perfect princess seams. The zipper works great, and this was $24.99, no tax. So for 25 bucks for vintage denier, at Jakart. Yes, at Jakart. So now I'm going to talk to you guys about the difference that I have with thrifting, so going on the hunt myself, which I actually prefer the thrill of the hunt, to going to a curated store like a consignment store or a flea market like 613 Flea, which we have in Ottawa, or even this stuff over here is from Benton Manor. So they're a high-end interior design boutique in Toronto. They also go to flea markets and antique shows and pick stuff, clean them up, and then sell them as well. So there is always an extra, improvement fee or sourcing fee because they have to use gas to get to these places. And then if they need to reupholster something, you're going to be paying for that. So I do want to move on though to these items because 613 Flea and flea markets are great, especially if you know what you're looking for. And I wanted some really attractive vases to go on my credenza, which I will style up with. And I needed some canisters for the kitchen. And I wanted some sculptures, statues, and I'm obviously into candlesticks. So we'll get into that. These two vases here are West German pottery. If you know, you know. It's very mid-century modern, and you can find them on Facebook Marketplace for quite reasonable prices, some astronomical prices, but I kind of paid in the middle from what I've seen. This blue one and cream and brown is my favorite. This one was upwards of $70. So again, you're paying a big premium for the person going to an estate sale who found it or something like that. This one was probably $60. And again, West Germany, it doesn't have the year on it, but it's just absolutely beautiful and you can't do better than that. Like, I couldn't make something like that. I mean, I would hope I could find something like that. I would dream to find something like that at a thrift store, but it would get snapped up by a picker who knows what they're looking for. And also from the same vendor, I got this kind of lava jug, and it has the red and the orange and the ochre kind of dripping down, has a handle on it. It was a little bit cheaper, so probably in the $25 area. And I did get this amazing textured kind of exotic bowl. It could be from Mexico, it could be from South America. And this was, closer to $10, $15. So did spend more, but got incredible pieces that I will have forever. Like, this stuff can come and go, but I will never part with these. The canisters are here. I don't know if you can see them. They come in 3 sizes. So I got one the bigger one would be for flour. The medium one here would be for sugar. And then I was so embarrassed. I'm the one, no one else to blame. I'm the one that got nervous and broke the top of this one. They did all come with lids, but I bought them anyway. She said I didn't owe her anything and she would just mark the price down because she felt bad, didn't want to charge me. But it's so Canadian when you're arguing with each other. No, let me pay. No, you don't have to pay. No, let me pay. And I did want them. I touched the lid because I wanted to look at these containers, and I love, the patina up here of the drips. Again, it harkens back to the lava lamp and or lava jug, and I just figured I'd put my teaspoons in it because they don't need a lid. So teaspoons, flour, sugar, perfect. Also at 613 Flea, you find different kind of art than you would, like, I love my, don't get me wrong, I love my printed dogs, and I love this frame with the linen mat that I found, but I actually found a oil painting in an amazing frame with the hook on the back. It is, I don't know, yellow flowers. I don't know if they're yellow roses or what, but there's a blue, baby blue around here, and then it's an old wooden frame that's proper wood. It's not fake, it's not MDF. It's beautiful, and this was $15, and it has Ruth Mudge original paintings, and it's from Mississauga. So it's traveled around Ontario, and I'm so blessed to have it. I love the pop of yellow. And then this here, I'm counting it as thrifted, but it's not really. I was looking, my mom noticed I was looking at these at thrift stores, and they were quite marked up. People, you know, love their washing boards. And my mom said, oh, I have one of those in the basement that I'm not using, so you can just have it. So this was great. I'm going to use it for styling something in the apartment, and I love it. It's got the kind of aluminum or steel metal washing part, and then the faded name of the company, and then all the wooden parts. So I love that. Over to Benton Manor. Now Benton Manor, I have a love-hate relationship with, because they're a small business run by two gentlemen, the Bettencourts, and they have a great eye. Like, if I could afford them, I would have them do my whole place. And even my couch is from there, and that's something that I wanted for years, lusted after for years. It was a sourced vintage couch. It's very Art Deco. It was reupholstered and it looked beautiful, but they're getting it, buying it, and then getting it here was a hefty penny. So I waited until it was originally $5,000. Then it got cut to $2,999. And then on Boxing Day of last Christmas, it was take 20% off everything regardless of the price. So that was $3,000 with 20% off. I said, I'm never gonna get a better deal on it. I might as well jump and do it now because I've been obsessed with this couch for 3 years. I did it. I paid $600 to ship it to Ottawa and have the guys white glove put it together, and I don't regret it. It is my forever couch. But they also have drops that they do on Instagram every Wednesday of stuff they've sourced, but they're only local pickup. So I can't go to Toronto. It's 5 hours away by bus, train, car, however you want to get there. It's really far for a day trip. I've done it to get a pair of stools from them, but they do have items you can order on their website that are smaller that they will ship. But if I want a good, you know, bench or stool or, you know, side table, I can't get it so easily unless I plan a day to go and source directly from them, take a van, and that's just a whole other level of need financing, need someone who can drive. But I did get these candle holders, which are considered folk art, and they don't fit the IKEA tapers. They're thinner than that, so I'm gonna have to find some thinner ones. But they have the, you know, the hanging bits of wood, they have the spooling here and the base, and I just absolutely love them. Even the metal hardware holding the little spooling pieces on. Great decor pieces, so I'm happy to have them. And I also got 2 female sculptures. Now this one is quite heavy. It's made of stone and it's a woman's torso. For those of you who don't know, I paint abstract female nudes in neutral colors, and I'm actually working on a commission right now from one of my YouTube viewers who saw them in the background of a video and wanted a piece and reached out via Instagram, and you're always welcome to do that. I'm thrilled. It's been ages since I was painting, and I'm so excited to be back into it, and that it was a viewer that I got that got me back into it, into a hobby I love, and I'm just really grateful and excited for her to see it. This is another one, more of a brutalist style sculpture, but I absolutely love it. The shape, the texture, it feels like a mix of paper mache and just rock. So it's very interesting. But I have saved the pièce de résistance for last. Well, as much as the couch is a pièce de résistance. I mean, that was a big lifetime purchase. But for $4.99 each at the thrift store, I found the perfect candle holders that are so my aesthetic that even the cashier, when she saw them, was like, how did I miss these? I would have bought these before you if I saw them go out, because they're so gorgeous. So they're these gold candle holders. I'm not holding them very well for you guys to see. They have floral lipping and then crystals hanging from them with amazing bases, and I'm so in love with them. They do hold the IKEA taper candles. They're so gorgeous. They were $4.99 each. So these are my you know, I will bury these in the coffin with me. They're so nice. They're so beautiful. And it shows that not everything that's expensive is what's most important to you. Like, yes, not including 613 Flea and Benton Manor, the thrifting piece I paid the most for was the $30 landscape. And I love it very, very much and will keep it always. But for $4.99, these pieces have my heart, you know? So that's just where I'm at with what I love and my aesthetic. And I'm really looking forward to the apartment coming together with your guys' help in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed the thrill of the hunt with me. And yeah, let me know what your favorite pieces are in the comments below and how I should style them, or save it for next weekend's video when we style everything together. Okay, take care. Bye.